All right, good afternoon, everyone. Back at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic. We'll see if we can repeat the theatrics of the first game that we broadcast today. St. Joe beating Wildwood at the buzzer, 36-35. And we'll have the George Holden Memorial Boys Bracket Championship game between St. James of Maryland and Lower Cape May Regional High School. St. James was a 65-53 winner over Cumberland last night in the opener of the bracket. Lower Cape May beat Brandywine 69-48. And the one player to watch, Bill, as Billy Osborne joins us for this broadcast, is that Jaden Yates scored 34 points for St. James last night. He is number 23, so he'll certainly be a player to watch. Matthias Lumpo, number 15, Kari Yates, number 5, Xavier Gerdek, number 22, and Aiden Carter, number 50, are the other starters for St. James from the Hagerstown, Maryland area. They'll wear their white uniforms, maroon numbers trimmed in black. And they are coached by Richard Lewis.
Had a chance to talk to Coach Lewis a little bit here before the game. He's quite the character. He's only his second year. And he told me he looked on the GPS. I didn't even eat anywhere. He said, I went up on the boardwalk. They said it was open. I said, get on any rides? He goes, no, everything was closed. I said, yeah. He goes, we were looking for a place to eat. Anyway, he was a character. I'll tell you some of the stories he had. But, yeah, Yates, he said, is their best player at 34. They're averaging about 23 points a game. He says he does everything for them. So, but they got the size advantage for sure. As
Lower Cape May usually gives up the size advantage, but they get great guard play. And it is Ty Bonner, John Fernandez, the two seniors in the backcourt. And a little change to the starting lineup today as Joey Wareham, a junior, will step into the starting lineup in place of Ryan Mallon. And then Jose Ramos and Cole Cederlin, both juniors, in the lineup as well. The world-famous Myron Hendrick on this game with Corey Francis and Frank Bazil. I believe Frank has broken the tournament record, Oz. I think this is his 32nd game officiating.
Is that right? Last year, we went for 29.
That's an unofficial number.
Unofficial? Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, nice play. I don't know how he recovered from that game already, that last one. That was a bang-banger there at the end.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate. That's an unfortunate loss. It's unfortunate what happened at the end. It's a really difficult loss for Wildwood.
Yeah, that's
come back from a 6-point deficit, take a lead, and then give up a layup at the buzzer after a turnover. Kari Yates with the basketball, goes left side. Xavier Gerdek, but we have a turnover. St. James will pressure. Bonner working against Matthias Lampo. Final game of the Boardwalk Basketball Classic here in 2025. This will be the final high school basketball game in Cape May County for the calendar year as well. Fernandez holding. By the way, we didn't mention in the last broadcast, Wildwood Catholic picked up an extra game last minute. Their boys team had beat Freedom High School from the Bethlehem, Pennsylvania area in a very good game. Here is Fernandez, and he is fouled. Wildwood Catholic won that game 39-33 over Freedom. Bonner to trigger the inbound. Has to lob it out high to Wareham. Looking for Fernandez backdoor, but the door closed quickly, so he smartly held on to the ball. Here's Bonner driving left to the basket, blocked, got his own rebound, rips through, and we're going to have a jump ball now. Possession to Lower.
Would that be considered a turnover there, Coach?
Well,
Ryan,
no,
would that
because
be a turnover?
lower retains possession, so no.
Okay.
Ramos back out to Fernandez. Wareham on the right. Slings it to Fernandez. They blitz that ball screen, and it's a turnover. Running the other way. And patient move there as Kari Yates lays it in. Cedarland bounces to Bonner. Bonner double, dribbles around it. Drives, bounces across to Wareham, and he is fouled.
It's interesting to see this big St. James team try to press lower. They broke that fairly easy.
Lampo's first foul. It's the second foul on St. James. Bonner to inbound. To Wareham. Ramos for three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound taken by Xavier Gerdek, and he'll bring it up for St. James. Kari Yates, stolen away by Bonner.
Nice defense on the inbounds. Got his hand down there. Usually you see that get kicked, but he got his hand down there and got the steal.
Bonner holding the dribble, drives left, shut off. Cedarland, foul line jumper. Got it, a foul! The helping defender may have bumped him from behind.
Exactly what happened. He flashed to the high post. Nice little pass, turned around, hit the shot, and got gunked on the back of the head.
Cedarland shot it well last night, Billy. He had one of three players for Lower Cape May in double figures in that win. He had 12 points. And his free throw is short, though. Gerdek the rebound. Kari Yates. Takes it right against Ramos. And an offensive foul. Good job by Jose Ramos to move his feet. Took that contact right in the chest.
That's always a tough call there. Nice. He didn't hesitate at all. I guess guy's body in front of him. Nice job, as you said. Offensive foul. And Lower will get the ball back.
And I think they're gonna pull another basketball off the
Here
rack
we go, right?
as the ball went under the bleachers.
That's going to be talked to, I would say. There is actually a
there is a
screen
net
down
there, but
yeah.
it's just not strong enough in certain spots, and the ball sometimes goes under there.
Part of the
Cedarland
committee.
the inbound. We'll put it on the list
Yeah,
for next
put that
year.
on the list for next year. There we go.
Ty Bonner the basketball. Drives right, gets into the top of the lane, kicks. Bonner again. Bonner goes left, lost it, but he stepped out of bounds. That was actually fortunate that he did because St. James was going to have a 3-on-1 the other way.
It's interesting seeing they've done a nice job pressuring Lower at the top.
There's Kari Yates. Hands off to his brother Jaden. Jaden Yates a deep three. Off the iron, no good. We're going to have a foul. Good box out by Joey Wareham there. And they're going to get the over-the-back foul on Matthias Lampo.
And, I talked to Scott Holden, the coach for Lower, before the game, and we talked about that size and talked about the rebounding, that they had some problems last night. And he said something we worked on. We're usually pretty good at that. You saw it right there. Good job of getting the body on his man, and he was able to get the over-the-top call because of his position.
And, we're less than 3 minutes into this quarter, Billy. That's already the fifth foul against St. James. So that sends Wareham to the line. So Lower will shoot free throws on any defensive foul or non-team control foul committed by St. James. Wareham made one of two. Rebound brought down by Kion Hall, who just stepped into the game for St. James. Lower gambled for the steal there, didn't get it, and Yates lays it in. St. James back on top. Bonner. Backdoor pass to Ryan Mallon, or make that Fernandez. Fernandez couldn't handle it, kicked it across, and it's out of bounds off of Lower Cape May.
Actually, a really nice pass by Bonner on the backdoor cut. Just couldn't hang on. Fernandez usually a sure-handed.
Kari Yates. Jaden Yates for 3. In and out. Rebound Cedarland. Bonner will trot it up. Ramos on the left. Over to Fernandez. Fernandez spinning, rejected and out of bounds.
I'm trying to think about what Lower's doing offensively. That was more of a one-on-one move there. Usually they get a lot of motion, especially when they're playing against man. Here goes the ball again. All right, we had a little help there from St. James player. So now we got to give Jaden Yates another star there.
Yeah, he does it all.
Yeah.
Scores, goes after the basketball when it goes out of bounds. Here's Bonner. Back to Fernandez. Here's Wareham. Bonner again. Right side to Ramos, gambling defender. That's going to leave Cedarland open for 3. Off the back iron, no. And we have a foul on the rebound. This will go against Ramos.
Yeah. Okay. Cedarland took a shot from the corner, wasn't able to get fouled. A shot looked like he was a little contact too, but they gave it on Ramos to foul.
And we have an offensive foul on an illegal screen. This will give Lower the ball. And here is Lower Cape May. Someone from Lower's bench yelled for 2 shots there, but the rule on a defensive foul is it just goes over to possession. Fernandez for 3, off the iron, no good. And it's a foul on Ramos from behind.
They tried to run.
Rebound.
Yep, sorry. They tried to run the run 4 there, where they have the point guard who has everybody else is on the baseline. He gets into the paint, and as everybody comes to help out, they have the backside guy Peel just to drive in and kick back out. Had a wide open look. Great job of running that offense. Just wasn't able to knock it down.
Che Akaya, number 10, into the game. Gerdak into the paint, and he's fouled. All 3 officials had that foul.
Yeah. He went into that paint with Gerdak. He's 6'5". He went into that paint with authority. He was going to look like he was going to hop in there and get up to the rim, but got fouled. As you said, all 3 of the officials had that. Let's see what they got here. They got some of the size. They're playing man under the basket.
Brady Ebel, number 5, into the game for Lower. Ramos goes out with those. He's a little bit of foul trouble. 3 ball is missed. Fernandez gets it over to Bonner. Bonner driving right, and he is fouled. And Bonner will go to the line for 2 shots. I think he was fortunate to get bailed out on that foul, Billy. I think he kind of took himself into a difficult situation, but was bailed out on the foul and will go to the line for 2.
He went up with the ball and came down with it. Look at you, right? He got the foul call. See, Bonner, with the first game we saw him, he was more of a facilitator. These last couple games, he's definitely been aggressive early in the ball games.
Marcelo Anderson, number 2, guard, steps in for St. James. Bonner makes both. Lower up by 1. Gudak to the basket. No good on the shot. Wareham the rebound. I think Gudak wanted the foul there, and I think he has a case. Bonner shovels to Cedarland. Got it in a foul.
Ooh.
The second 3-point play opportunity of the game already for Cole Cedarland. See if he can complete it this time. He's 0 for 1 from the line. He has 4 points. He has both of Lower Cape May's field goals.
There's a lot of Gudak is still talking about he got fouled on. As you talked on the way to the hoop, he's talking to big game Brazil down there, he's not getting much feedback.
Cedarland makes it this time, and it's an 8-4 lead for Lower Cape May. Here comes Anderson. And traveling is Anderson against the pressure by Ty Bonner. Timeout will be called by St. James. This will be a full timeout. We'll take a break and back after this on Cape Atlantic Live.
You are watching high school basketball on Cape Atlantic Live, presented by Ulmer's Appliance Service. We'd like to take this time to acknowledge all of our sponsors this winter season. Thank you for your endless support of high school athletics and all the student athletes in South Jersey. Once again, you're watching high school basketball.
Back at the Convention Center, Brian Kniff with Billy Osborne. Matt Ulmer handling the video. 8-4 lower, 2:13 to go first quarter. George Holden Memorial Bracket Championship game.
He was a heck of a coach, Brian.
Yes, he was.
He had a chance to see him. I played for Assumption, and he was a coach of the Lower Cape May Explorers when we were in grade school, and we would play them at least 2 or 3 times a month on Saturdays before our games on Sunday. That was our practice usually against the Lower Cape May Explorers, and then of course he was coaching Cape May. He was just obviously a great man, but a tremendous coach.
Bonner with the basketball. Lower Cape May has possession. St. James called the timeout after they turned the ball over. That previous possession. Ty Bonner driving. Great pass across the Ebel. Layup is good. Gerdak. Left side to Akaya. Driving now is Kion Hall. And a jump ball as he is tied up. Jaden Yates will trigger the inbound for the Saints of St. James. Gerdak holds. Jaden Yates into the paint, stripped but fouled. It's actually a good foul. I think Yates was going to get a wide open layup there. That's a good foul to commit there.
Nice inbounds play. They had one of our players run baseline. Everybody flew out with him. They had a guy come off a peel, and he was open. As you said, he was getting ready to get into the lane easy.
A little flex look here off this inbound, but Lower Cape May defends that well. Akaya lobs over to Anderson. Swung around the hall. Threw it in the corner, but Yates had vacated the area, and it's a turnover.
That's their 6th turnover in this ball game. They're very athletic.
And that's where Lower Cape May, Billy, makes up for its lack of height.
Yep.
You know, they tend to get out rebounded, but they make up for it by winning the turnover battle by 6, 8, 10 turnovers per game against their opponent.
Absolutely. And there's another ball underneath the underneath that. That's gonna really do it. When you bring that up in the tournament, a committee meeting, that's gonna really change this event completely.
Wareham the basketball against some pressure. Takes it left. Still holding the dribble. Gets it to Cedarland. Wareham again. Takes it left. Wareham tried a bounce pass. It fell into Cedarland's hands, knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Lower will have it.
This is if this was a boxing match, this would be one of these, couple jabs here, move to the corner. A couple jabs here, like nobody's really taking charge. And St. James looks like they're a very good team. They just can't get anything going right now. Long 3, miss.
And now here is Jaden Yates running into the paint. Good jump stop. Rejected by Fernandez, but they're going to call the blocking foul on Wareham, I believe. And Yates will get 2 shots. Free throw is missed. Second one is good. Jaden Yates with 3. It's 10-5 lower, nearly a steal. But Bonner has it. Now he'll push it up the sideline. Bonner going hard to the basket. Took a bump, no call. And the rebound comes down to Emmanuel Adambi, who's in the game for the first time for St. James. We have a foul here as Hall tried to drive, and Hall will go to the line for 2 shots. We've had quite a few fouls in this first quarter.
I think that's Lower's 6th. And I know we know that St. James has at least 7.
Free throw is good. Gavin Ridgway, who had 8 points off the bench yesterday's win, he's into the game. Second free throw is no good. Bonner the rebound. 30 seconds to go in the period. Caper Tigers lead by 4, and it looks like they want to hold for 1 here. And when you have the son of George Holden coaching, Billy, you know they're going to hold for 1 when they have the ball with 30 seconds left.
Doubt.
At least they're going to try to hold for 1 anyway.
And if somebody does not do that, they will be told and probably taken out quickly.
10 seconds to go. Here's Fernandez. They're going to run a 1-4 set for him. Spinning into the lane, pulls up, jumper, short. Rebound to Anderson, outlets to Yates. Yates for 3 at the buzzer, nearly banked it in from about 35 feet away, but it falls off. End of 1, Lower Cape May ahead, 10-6 on Cape Atlantic Live.
You are watching high school basketball on Cape Atlantic Live, presented by Ulmer's Appliance Service. We'd like to take this time to acknowledge all of our sponsors this winter season. Thank you for your endless support of high school athletics and all the student athletes in South Jersey. In addition to our live broadcast, be sure to check out our podcast series, Cal One-on-One with Nick Costco. Once again, you're watching high school basketball on Cape Atlantic Live.
(10-6) Lower Cape May leading St. James, the George Holden bracket title game here at the Wildwoods Convention Center, the final game of the 2025 Boardwalk Basketball Classic. Start as we get set to start the second quarter. Sorry, Billy.
Yeah, sorry, Coach. Brian, I talked to the coach, Richard Lewis. I asked him about it coming down there. He goes, I was looking for a tournament to come out here like toward the end of the holiday break, not the 20th, but he goes, this has been an unbelievable tournament. We are really happy, and we're going to come back. So it's nice to hear, right?
Always good to hear.
Yeah, it's his first time here, second-year coach.
Ryan Mallon into the game for the first time for Lower Cape May. He just passed it off to Ty Bonner. Gavin Ridgway now on the right elbow. Mallon on the right side. Backdoor feed to Bonner. Layup is good. Got the friendly bounce.
Nice look.
And a great catch in traffic there by Bonner. Lower Cape May by 6. Here's Adambi. Left side, guarded by Ridgway. Goes right to Hall. Anderson now. Akaya, left side, 3-ball on the way by Hall is no good. Long rebound to Anderson. Yates now for 3, short. And St. James has taken quite a few threes. They've yet to make one. It's 12-6. Lower Cape May on top. They have the basketball. Ooh, Cedarland flashed backdoor, Billy. Was wide open. Ty Bonner didn't see him right away. And by the time he saw him, he was not open. Gavin Ridgway for 3. Or that was Cedarland, excuse me, on that 3. No good. Here comes Yates running. Yates, good pass. Rejected by Cedarland, though. Good block by the junior. Aiden Carter returning for St. James.
He had an easy layup, but he just took too long to get that ball out of his hands and paid for it.
Ebel returns for Lower Cape May. St. James has to throw it all the way into the backcourt to get it in bounds. And here's a steal. Bonner going the other way to the basket, and the layup is good. Bonner with 6 to lead all scorers. Lower Cape May by 8. Here's another steal. Bonner has it again. Got it to Mallon. Mallon bounces across the Ebel. Layup no good. And the rebound brought down by Jaden Yates. Yates through the middle. That's an offensive foul. Great take by Ryan Mallon.
Tried the Euro step for St. James. That was, no, look, it says, does that say 13, Brian? Yeah, I don't have a 13 on my
23.
23? All right. Oh, you're right. Nice take.
30-second timeout by St. James, but to get to your broader point, yes. Emmanuel Adambi is number 13. He was added to the roster. He's not on the one that you have.
Got it.
So he is number 13. But, yeah, Jaden Yates, Euro, stepped right into the chest of Ryan Mallon for the offensive foul. So the 30-second timeout has been taken by Lower Cape May, and they lead by 8 with 5:58 to go in the second quarter.
I think if you're Lower right now, you got to be happy considering, you look at the size. They talked to the coach before. They said they were 7-1. They came off a big win the night before, and even with their size advantage or disadvantage, they are taking it to them. In the open court, they're definitely beating them down the floor. They got their deflecting with their hands, they're running and jumping. So everything we say about Lower, they're definitely doing here, and they're taking it to the bigger St. James team. I think Bonner's having one of his better games early on for sure.
He has 6 points to lead Lower. He has the basket, a couple of steals already as well. Takes it right, kicks. Gavin Ridgway for 3. Bang.
Picked up where he left off from yesterday's game, right?
He's probably the best standstill shooter in the program. When he's wide open and has his feet set, he'll make that 3 50% of the time.
Yep.
Gerdak passes. That's tipped out of bounds by Fernandez. Lower has its largest lead at 11 at 17-6.
I saw his grandfather before the ball game today as I was walking over, wished me a Merry Christmas. I said, "You're lucky I didn't get to the point where you beat me up in a lunch. On our lunch when I was in 8th grade, you dunked on me about 5 times. I'm still not quite sure why you took me off the playground and dunked on me all those times." They said he was my coach in 8th grade for Crest Memorial.
Leading scorer Jaden Yates with the ball. He passes across to Kari Yates, his brother. He goes to the basket but travels. Took an extra step. Gavin Ridgway, Joey Wareham back in. The Saints of St. James have yet to score in this second quarter, Billy. Here's Mallon, gets it to Wareham. Wareham pushing, goes in the corner to Fernandez. Then he traveled. William Taffy, number 20, into the game for the first time for St. James. Cedarland and Ebel return for Lower. And that's one thing you'll see Scott Holden do sometimes, Billy. He'll go defense for offense and offense for defense an entire game.
I was going to say, early in the game, I saw that.
Yeah, he always tries to have his 5 best defenders on the floor. Anytime there's a dead ball, he wants his about 5 best defenders on the floor. Jaden Yates passes down low. Gerdak, no good but a foul. Oh, it is good.
Ooh.
Good finish.
Yep.
By Xavier Gerdak.
You can tell he's got some athletes. 6'5". You can tell he's got some hops. He's got a nice handle. Just hasn't been able to get going here. Nope, the horn just blew.
The horn blew while the ball was in flight from the referee.
Yep.
So they will allow this sub. They'll reset the free throw. Ebel will come out. Gavin Ridgway back in. And Gerdak completes the three-point play. Run and jump here in the front court. Being shown here by St. James. They get it ahead to Cedarland. Cedarland to Fernandez. Fernandez back to Ridgeway. Bonner goes around a man. Right elbow jumper. No good. Rebound brought down by Carter of St. James. Gerdak up to Jaden Yates. That's a blocking foul on Ridgeway.
Yep.
And here comes Ebel back into the game.
Yeah, there it is. I think that, St. James, they've been pressing a lot, and Caper Tigers have, I don't think they've got one deflection, or even a deflection. I know they haven't got a steal. They're going to have to maybe change their thought process, because I don't think the Caper Tigers are going to be pressed.
Jaden Yates would have gotten away with a travel there, but got to the rim and laid it in. Mallon in the backcourt. Well, Lauer needs somebody in the middle of the floor here.
Yep.
And they get it over to Fernandez, and it's a timeout called by Lauer. I think Scott Holden thought they might have been close to a 10-second violation, so he calls the timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here.
That's like having a no-hitter going or something like that. I just mentioned it. We just talk about it, and what happens? They get caught in the front court with their press, and Coach Holden's got to call a timeout.
Well, Lauer had way too many players. They had 3 players up in the front court. Someone that needed to come back into the middle. Fernandez did flash back to the ball.
Yeah.
But Lauer calls.
It was definitely getting close, yeah. And Coach Holden was all over that. And I'm sure that's what they're talking about, too. Somebody's got a flash.
17-11 Lauer, 4:09 to go second quarter. St. James has scored 5 straight. Gavin Ridgeway back in for Lower Cape May. And it's Ryan Mallon, right side to Ty Bonner. Bonner really hounded by Gerdak, nearly turned it over, but Ridgeway able to pick up the loose ball. Fernandez holds. Bonner again. Bonner took some contact, backdoor feed to Cedarland. Cedarland turns, fires, no good. They call it travel.
That's going to be a walk, yeah.
Ebel back in, Ridgeway out.
I feel like these guys, when I was a receiver, when you run down the floor and you got to come back, or run down the court, and you got to come back into the field, getting back. I feel like that's what Ridgeway's doing. He's gonna run out of gas, keeping coming back and forth.
Yeah, from the floor to the bench. Here's Jaden Yates over to Xavier Gerdak. Lauer had shown some token pressure there, but kind of backed off. In the post to Carter, kicked back out. Carter Yates. Great pass down low, and the shot is a miss by Gerdak. Got it in the foul on the putback, though.
Gerdak's made a couple shots with the degree of difficulty, like an 8 or a 9.
This is 7 straight by St. James. Lower Cape May's going a bit cold offensively. Gerdak to try to complete the three-point play. And he does. That's his second traditional three-point play of the quarter. Bonner with it, goes around a man, pushing, passes across to Wareham, back to Mallon. Mallon steps into a 3, that's way short. Rebound, saved in, no, not saved in by Cedarland. He stepped on the line as he saved it.
We're used to seeing Lower speed up the other team. It looks like St. James is doing that a little bit now.
Ebel back in, replacing Wareham. Yates was tipped into the backcourt by Mallon. Yates just got away with a carry there.
Yep.
Here's Jaden Yates now. Driving is William Taffy, kicks it back out. basket and the finish by Kari Yates.
You could just see
J.O.
early on.
Almo,
Yep.
is in the game for the first time for St. James. Wareham returns for Ebel. This is a 10-0 run now. Center of the floor, it's a turnover. Jaden Yates to the basket, no good. Rebound knocked into the hands of Gerdak, and he is fouled. Wait, St. James, after trailing 17-6 earlier in this period, can take the lead here.
And you could just see, as I was saying, you could just see that they're athletic. They had something. They just did not play well. They didn't get some shots were going. They were turning the ball over, but you could just see it from a basketball perspective. They were a decent team. They just were not playing well. Now the things are turning, as you said. Now what are they? 11-run, 12-0.
Yeah, it's 11 now. Can be 12 if he makes this free throw, and it is good. They get it into Fernandez. He's trapped and lost it. And then a foul is called on Fernandez. I don't think Lower Cape May wanted to use a third timeout there in the first half, and that's why Scott Holden elected not to take one there, but they end up turning it over. And that's the 5th foul on Lower. So J.O. Almo will go to the line for 2 shots. This is his first trip to the line. The team is 6 for 8 on free throws so far. And what you're starting to see, Billy, is the length of St. James is starting to bother Lower Cape May against the pressure.
For sure.
Ridgeway back in.
Especially when they get those ball in that situation like they did there in the corner. They just got trapped, and that length really was evident.
Second free throw is no good. Here's Bonner with it for Lower. Bonner takes it right, nearly turned it over, but gets it back, and now we have a foul.
They had all those fouls in the first quarter. Now that's only their second one of the second quarter.
Ty Bonner to inbound. Cedarland holding the dribble. Got it to Fernandez, but the pass was no good, and Fernandez had to try to save it from going back court and throw it away.
Cape May is out of sorts, that's for sure right now.
They trail by 2 after leading this game 17-6. It's a 13-0 run by St. James. Right side, Gerdak. Gerdak to the basket, no good but a foul, and he'll go to the line. The fouls are starting to pile up now on Lower Cape May as well.
Yep. St. James is definitely starting to feel their confidence level is starting to raise on all aspects, offensively, defensively. They're going for steals. They're getting to the rim.
That was Gerdak's first free throw miss. He had made his first 4. He has 8 points all in this period.
Yep.
Second free throw is good. St. James by 3. Bonner looking, lobs it out, stolen away. Here's Gerdak running into the paint, no good. Rebound brought down by Almo. He goes up, that is no good. Gerdak follows and lays it in.
They're just getting the ball. They're taking the ball out the wrong place. They're getting under the rim. They're just in a bad spot.
Oh, Lower finally has to take that timeout.
Yep.
This is a 16-0 run by St. James. They lead by 5. Back after this on Cape Atlantic Live.
You are watching high school basketball on Cape Atlantic Live, presented by Ulmer's Appliance Service. We'd like to take this time to acknowledge all of our sponsors this winter season. Thank you for your endless support of high school athletics and all the student athletes in South Jersey. Once again, you're watching high school basketball.
back at the convention center, and Lower Cape May right now is wilting under this pressure by St. James. They trail this one 22-17 now after holding a 17-6 lead earlier in the quarter.
They started out like their normal Caper Tiger self, and then they just are almost, like we said, they're getting sped up. And that length, besides being rough, that length is really, you can see it's evident, especially in the front court when they're being pressed.
Cedarland the inbound, and this time they changed their press. That's really good coaching. And Lower turns it over again. Yeah, St. James, Lower called the timeout to make an adjustment against the press, and then St. James changed their press, backed off more of a three-quarter court look, and Lower turns it over. Jaden Yates fakes a three. Almo to Kari Yates. Gerdak into the paint, kicks. Three ball on the way will be short. Rebound brought down by Fernandez. Gerdak called for the foul on Bonner.
Yeah, the foul's on number 22, Gerdak, and he doesn't seem to be in agreement with that call. All right, let's see. Here comes that run and jump. Here it is.
Mallon is fouled. This will go against William Taffy. It's the fourth team foul on St. James. Cedarland the inbound.
Somebody's got
center of the floor to Bonner. The ball was almost turned over, but Fernandez has it. He's bumped and fouled, and now he'll go to the line for two shots. That foul goes against Jaden Yates. That's his second.
Everything. I think the Caper Tigers they're laying back here on this press. I think they got to bring another player into the front court to help them break this press, or at least flash middle.
Fernandez way short on that first free throw attempt. Second one also short. Lower can't even make free throws right now. They're having so much difficulty scoring the basketball. There's St. James, Taffy lost the handle, then threw it away. Here's Bonner going the other way, rejected by Ulmo, and the layup on the follow is missed, and here comes Jaden Yates. Bounces down the Kari Yates. His layup's no good. The follow no good. And we have a foul on, I believe, Mallon.
Yep.
And it'll be Gerdak going to the line again. First one is good. Second one is good. Here's Fernandez. Bounces to Mallon. Mallon, great feed. Bonner's layup is good. Good no-look pass there, cuts it to 5. That's Lower Cape May's first points since very early in the second quarter. Jaden Yates, 8 seconds to go in the period. Takes it left, pulls up, jumper goes in and out. Bonner collects the rebound, fires it down court, no good. End of the second quarter, St. James with a big comeback. They once trailed 17-6. They now lead 24-19 at the break. Back after this We'll be back shortly, I should say, with the second half on Cape Atlantic Live.
You are watching high school basketball on Cape Atlantic Live, presented by Ulmer's Appliance Service. We'd like to take this time to acknowledge all of our sponsors this winter season. Thank you for your endless support of high school athletics and all the student athletes in South Jersey. In addition to our live broadcast, be sure to check out our podcast series, Cal One-on-One with Nick Costco. Once again, you're watching high school basketball on Cape Atlantic Live.
Back at the Wildwoods Convention Center, the final 2 quarters up ahead of the 2025 Boardwalk Basketball Classic. This is the last of 70 games at this year's event. 24-19, St. James of Maryland leads, well, St. James from Maryland. My Catholicism's kicking in, Billy, because I'm kind of almost referring to St. James as the patron saint of Maryland by saying of Maryland.
Yes.
But 24-19, St. James leads it. And it was an 18-0 run in that second quarter by St. James after they fell behind 17-6 that really turned the game around for them.
Well,
but 16 minutes remaining for Lower Cape May to right the ship and perhaps get out of here with a bracket title.
Yeah, well, here's a little bit, I guess you could say a little bit of info. They are basically, they said Commander and Raven fans down there. I said, where are you from? He's like, oh, we're basically Commander fans. They're about 2 hours from Morgantown. Trying to figure out where exactly they play. And anyway, they could tell that they were just a little bit rusty getting that first quarter, but came out and number 22, Kurt, he had 14 points, I think he had in that second quarter.
Gerdak had 13,
yeah.
and he leads them in scoring.
Yep.
Jaden Yates, who had 34 yesterday, only has 5 at halftime, but his team has a 5-point lead. Kari Yates with 5, 1 apiece for J.O. Almo and Keon Hall. For Lower, Ty Bonner with 8, Cole Cedarland with 5, Gavin Ridgway with 3, 2 for Brady Ebel, 1 for Joey Wareham. St. James with the basketball. Gerdak Ramos did not play much in that second quarter at all because of foul trouble. There's a 3-ball that's missed. And Lower Cape May has it. Ramos back into the game here. I think he picked up his 3rd foul in that first half.
Yep.
Bonner, couple crossover dribbles. They blitz him. He dribbles away from that double team, gets it to Mallon. Bonner again. Bonner goes around a man, gets into the paint, passes to Ramos, who has to back away. And here's Fernandez. Just to feel good about themselves, it would be good, really good for Lower if they could get a basket off this first set here of the second half. Fernandez, shot blocked, rebound to Cedarland, though. Give Lower another crack at it. Oh, Fernandez is down, injured. Oh, no, we have a technical foul called against Fernandez for unsportsmanlike conduct here. So Lower, not only will they lose possession, but Jaden Yates will walk down and shoot 2 free throws down the other end. First one is good.
How many tees have you had to give up, Brian, in your career? Are you a...
Try not to.
Yeah, I was going to say. Something like that.
Yates,
obviously, he said something to him, right?
Yeah, Yates made both. When the whistle blew and I saw Fernandez on the floor, I thought he was injured at first. Here's Gerdak, who really fueled that run by St. James. That's an offensive foul there. It's an illegal screen. It's an easy call. Carter came in and banged into him, into Cedarland.
Erik, he's looking around like, did I really get called for that? It's always funny when you get lather
yeah,
going.
I think Gerdak thinks the foul was on him. It wasn't on him. It was on Carter setting the screen.
Yep.
Backdoor pass, but it doesn't connect, and it goes out of bounds.
It's actually a pretty good pass that time by Bonner. I think when he threw the backdoor screen and Fernandez looked up, he just took his eye off the ball.
Critical point of the game here. Lower trailing now by 7. Carter in the high post. Gerdak, oh, nice use of the between the legs dribble. Missed the layup, but Lampo tips it back in. And now it's St. James by 9. See what kind of moxie Lower Cape May has here if they can come back from this deficit. Cedarland lost the dribble, got it to Fernandez. Mallon. Fernandez again. Ramos. Mallon. Ramos along the end line. Still holding the dribble. Stolen out of his hands by Gerdak. Gerdak to the basket. That's going to be an intentional foul. Yes, it is. Gerdak reacted to it. We're going to have an intentional foul on Jose Ramos.
It's really interesting there because he got the steal, and he's going to the hoop, and obviously there was an intentional foul. That kind of got weird quickly, didn't it, Brian?
Well, yeah, the question is, too, is there going to be an ensuing technical foul on Zerdak? And I don't think there will be. Oh, there is a technical foul on Gerdak. So he'll go to the line for 2 shots. And then they'll walk down the other end, and Lower Cape May will shoot free throws.
Gernak's definitely a fiery guy. You could see that early on.
Missed the first free throw. I believe that was Ramos' 4th foul. Gerdak made 1 of 2. And Bonner will go to the line and shoot the technical free throws. And then Lower Cape May will get the ball. The officials right now might do wise to separate the players.
Yeah.
They're kind of standing all among one another. Wareham will return and replace Ramos. Bonner misses the 2nd free throw. Something else we need to put on the list at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic. We have some great volunteers here, but too many times during this tournament we have stadium announcers talking while players are shooting free throws. Here's Wareham on the left side. Lower gets the ball following the technical. 29-20, good pass. Cedarland couldn't finish, though. Got his own rebound and does finish that one. So the only thing that was an assist killer. But Cedarland follows it up and in and gets the basket.
And he got an offensive rebound.
Near steal by Mallon, but the ball kicks right back to Kari Yates' hands. Here's Carter at the top of the key. Out to Almo. Comes up high, Marlon. Marcelo Anderson.
Ooh.
And now goes down low to Lampo, who lays it in. Back to a 9-point lead. Mallon with the basketball. Left side, Bonner. Bonner to Mallon. Mallon for 3. Bang. Ryan Mallon's first field goal. Mallon and Fernandez have been held scoreless so far until that 3 by Ryan Mallon, and it's back to a 6-point game.
That was big.
Here's Carter. Takes it right. Up high to Almo. Kari Yates. Into the paint. Stolen away by Wareham. Wareham pushing. Gets it to Mallon. Good jump stop. Oh, missed the layup. Kari Yates clears the rebound. Or actually, Jaden Yates got it to Kari Yates. Here's Carter and lays it off to Kari Yates, who lays it in. Actually, check that. That was Lampo who scored. 30-second timeout by St. James, and they now lead by 8 with 3:43 to go in the third. Unfortunate for Lower there,
Yeah.
Billy. They miss a layup and then give one up down the other end. They could have cut a 6-point lead to 4. Instead, now they're down 8, a little past the midway point of the third quarter.
And you can see with Gerdak out, they're a different team as far as looking, from the offensive standpoint, even defensively, just that little bit of time that he's out. But they have a nice little cushion here, so we'll see what happens with Lower right now, because if they can get a stop here or get a basket, or they would, keep this within striking distance. But Gerdak is still out. That technical, I'm going to check and see how many fouls he has with that technical. That counts as a personal, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
So here's Bonner walking it up for Lower Cape May. They trail by 8. Left side to Wareham. Bonner was open on that flare screen, didn't get the ball right away. He was showing a little bit of frustration there. Here's Mallon. Bad pass by Mallon, stolen away. Jaden Yates running to the basket. No good. Good test by Mallon, but ball tips right back into his hands and he lays it in. 10-point lead now.
St. James has over 10 offensive rebounds now.
Mallon on the left. Ty Bonner for 3. In and out. Rebound into the hands of Fernandez. Goes back to Ty Bonner. Down the lane. Wareham for 3. Bang. Here's Kari Yates. 2.5 to go in the third. Lampo driving, passing across. Jaden Yates for 3. Rebound. We're going to have a foul on Lower Cape May away from the ball. Second foul on Cedarland. William Taffy and Kion Hall back in for St. James. Cheakaya, who has the ball, also checked in a little bit ago. Taffy hands off. Jaden Yates backing his way in, passing across to his brother, Kari. Taffy holding, spinning to the basket, rejected by Cedarland. Rebound comes down to St. James. Driving is Hall. And now St. James will settle things. Taffy over to Kari Yates. Jaden Yates traveled. No, we have an illegal screen here. This is an illegal screen against William Taffy. That's his third.
Yeah.
Gavin Ridgway checking back in for Lower, replacing Cedarland.
It's interesting, when they're setting a screen like that, if you're watching out there, the guy sets a screen for you. It's your job to take your man to that screen,
Yes.
but you got to let him get set.
Right, exactly
That's why
right.
you get called like that.
Wareham on the right. Flare screen for Bonner. Bonner to the basket. Good jump stop. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Ty Bonner can become the first Lower Cape May player in double figures if he can make at least one of these free throws. He's 3 for 4 at the line so far today.
Yeah, nice shot with the ball fake and going to the hole. Kion Hall had his left hand on him the whole time, but that wasn't what he was called for. That's went up. He got hit a little bit from behind. So
first free throw is good. Ramos checks back in for Lower. Second free throw is good. 5-point game now. 1:20 to go in the third. Kari Yates into the paint, kicks across. Jaden Yates for 3. Off the iron, no good. Long rebound will come all the way out to Hall. Hall passes across to Kari Yates. Thought about a 3, now will reset. Lost the dribble. Passes over to Jaden Yates. Hall, jumper. No good. Lower player jumped too early, and now the second rebound will be laid up and in by Hall. Bonner to the basketball. His team trailing by 7. 35 seconds to go in the period. Lower has the possession arrow to start the fourth, assuming there's no jump ball. So they may elect to hold for 1 here. Mallon into the paint. Good move. Got it in a foul. It's the 4th foul on Kari Yates. with 19 seconds to go in the third quarter, excuse me.
Does anybody get called for a foul nowadays or raise their hand and say, I fouled him? Or
No one does that
nobody
anymore.
does that? They all just complain?
Mallon's free throw is good. It's now a 4-point game with 19 seconds to go in the third. Here's Kari Yates. Got it up to Jaden Yates. Back to his brother. 8 seconds to go. Kari Yates going right to the basket. Oh, that should have been an offensive foul.
Ooh, caught a block.
Oh, they call a block on this. Wow.
That was late, too.
Lower did have a foul to give.
With 1 second.
But that's on Ramos. And actually, that was not. So Ramos only had 3 fouls earlier, Billy. That was his 4th. Oh, they lob it right into Yates, who lays it in at the buzzer. 39-33. St. James will take the lead into the 4th. We'll be back on Cape Atlantic Live.
You are watching high school basketball on Cape Atlantic Live, presented by Ulmer's Appliance Service. We'd like to take this time to acknowledge all of our sponsors this winter season. Thank you for your endless support of high school athletics and all the student athletes in South Jersey. Once again, you're watching high school basketball.
Brian Kniff with Billy Osborne, Matt Ulmer handling the video production for us. 39-33, St. James leading Lower Cape May as we go to the 4th, the final period, assuming no overtime, the final period here of the 2025 Boardwalk Basketball Classic.
That was a very entertaining third quarter there, Brian. And boy, that was like both guys got hit, got buckled. Lower Cape May looked like they were going to be down and out, and they had a couple shots, couple threes, even though they're getting out rebounded. They're right there now. I mean, that last bucket at the end there was not good, but they'd cut it to 6.
Made it 6,
Yeah,
yeah.
made it 6, yep.
Lower had cut it to 4.
Yep.
They give up a really bad basket there at the end of the quarter. John Fernandez to Joey Wareham. Back to Fernandez. Oh, bad pass. Tipped into the backcourt. Mallon is able to beat the player to it, and now he's pushing. Mallon down the lane, passes across to Cedarland, reverse layup, no, but a foul. Oh, no, they call a traveling violation.
Yep.
Here's Yates. Doubled. We have a foul on Wareham from behind. He fouls Marcelo Anderson.
That's Wareham's 4, so we'll see. He's got to watch himself. He's just started the 4th quarter.
Here's a steal by Wareham. Wareham to the basket, passed it across the Bonner, but Wareham was fouled on the pass. So Lower will have it underneath. This foul goes against Hall. That's his 3rd. Bonner to inbound, got it in the corner to Mallon. Mallon dribbles, pulls up, off the rim, no good. Rebound to Yates. Anderson running. Anderson to the basket, no good. Rebound brought down by Gerdak, and he is fouled. These will be Gerdak's 11th and 12th free throws of the game. He leads them with 14 points.
And after that technical, he sat out for like the last 3 or 4 minutes of that third.
Makes the first free throw.
K-May made their run with him out, so we'll see with him back in if K-May can sustain energy level.
Second free throw is good. 8-point lead for St. James. Here's pressure by the Saints, and now Lower beats it. Fernandez to the basket, Euro step move, and finishes at the rim. That's his first points of the game. Fernandez is one of their leading scorers.
Yep.
Adambi. Anderson. Gerdak now. To the basket. And they're going to say that ball was knocked off the leg of Adambi. And Lower Cape May will have it, trailing by 6. Still hanging around here. Mallon gets it to Bonner. Bonner, left side to Fernandez. Good extra pass. 3 ball by Wareham. No good, though. But the rebound is tapped into the hands of Mallon. Lower will reset. Mallon backs away to break a 5-second count. Goes right side to Bonner. Bonner turns the corner, goes to the basket. Oh, what a finish with the left hand.
Very nice.
Bonner with 13. It's a 4-point game. Gerdak lobs over to Anderson. Anderson might have gotten away with a push off there, but he threw it away. Here's Fernandez running for the Caper Tigers. Bounces to Bonner, layup, no good. Fernandez follows, yes! It's a 2-point game. 41-39. Timeout. St. James, Lower Cape May on the run. We'll be back after this on Cape Atlantic Live.
This broadcast is brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance Service. Ulmer's Appliance Service is a family-owned and operated business serving Cape May County since 1974. It doesn't matter the age of your appliance or if it's electric or gas, they repair them all. If it's broken, they'll fix it. For service, call 609-399-4398. Ulmer's Appliance Service, ready to aid your appliance needs.
All right, good spurt by Lower Cape May here. The game almost appeared like it was getting away from them. They trailed by as many as 9 in the second half. They have now cut it to 2 at 41-39 with 5:47 to go.
One of the things I noticed what they're doing is when they get the inbounds, they're not dribbling. They're just getting it and immediately throwing it up to the front court. And that doesn't allow St. James to get a pressure or the trap. So we'll see if that's something that they continue.
I believe overall from the late third to the fourth, this might be it's something like a 13-4 spurt. Oh, great pass, but the layup is missed. Offensive rebound, though, for St. James, and they'll get another crack at it here. Kari Yates goes over to Jaden Yates. Gerdak. And he's fouled.
Oh, man.
Second foul on Ty Bonner. It's the third foul on Lower Cape May. They get it to Carter. And a traveling violation on Gerdak.
Well, the whistles are definitely going, but I think that was a good call, though. Looked like he did walk before he put the ball on the floor, but
I actually didn't see it, Billy. I was actually looking at Jaden Yates coming off kind of like the flex screen.
Yeah, the flex.
Yeah, they were looking to get him open at the elbow, and then I heard the whistle. Here's Wareham on the right. They run the flare screen for Bonner. Jaden Yates does a good job of getting through that and preventing Lower from getting an opportunity there. Bonner with the basketball. Goes left. Got it to Mallon. Mallon to Bonner. Bonner down the lane to Cedarland. Steps in. Got the layup to go.
Nice
Cedarland with 9, and we are tied at 41 with 4:40 to go. Here's Kari Yates. Great backdoor look to Jaden Yates. His layup is good. St. James back ahead. Mallon open for three, short. Rebound brought down by Carter. Gerdak goes in the corner to Jaden Yates. Goes to Gerdak in the post, and he lost it out of bounds.
Gerdak's trying to get involved offensively. He hasn't made a basket or a shot.
He's been out of sorts since his technical foul.
Yes, he has.
Because he was really dominating the game in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he was. And definitely impacted on the defensive end, too, because of his size and length and his hops.
Mallon with the basketball. Bad pass to Bonner. Bonner's able to retrieve it along the baseline. Gets into the paint. Kicks. Wareham for three. Bang! Lower Cape May back up top.
Nice job by Bonner. Actually, the ball deflected off of him. He not only tracked it down, he was able to get into the paint off that bad pass. And then they doubled him, and he popped it out, kicked it out for the three.
Here's a steal by Bonner. Took it out of the hands of Kari Yates. Bonner backs it away. Smartly, he didn't have numbers. Lower by one with the basketball. They trailed by as many as 9 in the third quarter. Mallon into the paint. Jump stop. Got it to Cedarland. Back to Mallon. And here's Wareham. Goes to Bonner. Bonner picked up by Gerdak. Or Taffy, excuse me. Right side, Fernandez. Lower spreading the floor here. Fernandez holding the dribble. Bounces across to Bonner. 2:45 to go. Lower by 1. Lower's looking for a backdoor layup here.
Yeah.
Bonner goes left, gets into the paint, kicks to Wareham. Wareham brings it out, threw it away. I think he's lost it while he's trying to throw the pass. Gerdak goes in and lays it in the other way.
That's exactly what happened as he was getting ready to make that pass. It just came out of his hands when he didn't want it to, and nice turn or nice steal. Gerdak take it to the length of the court.
So it's St. James by 1, 2:10 to go. Ty Bonner, and he's fouled. That'll be the second team foul on St. James.
You notice how when Bonner gets going, the defender, because he's so fast, they're doing a lot of it with their offhand. They're trying to push him out of there.
No, this
That's
is the
they got called for it.
Billy, this is the 5th foul on Kari Yates.
Whoa.
So St. James will replace him with Aiden Carter. Bonner gets it to Mallon. Thought about a 3. Down low to Fernandez. Missed the jump hook in the lane. Carter, the layup, right in front of the rim.
Yep.
Tough miss there for Lower Cape May. 1:57 to go. Here's Jaden Yates. Timeout called by St. James. It's a full timeout, and we'll be back right after this on Cape Atlantic Live.
You are watching high school basketball on Cape Atlantic Live, presented by Ulmer's Appliance Service. We'd like to take this time to acknowledge all of our sponsors this winter season. Thank you for your endless support of high school athletics and all the student athletes in South Jersey. Once again, you're watching high school basketball.
Back at the convention center, Brian Kniff with Billy Osborne, Matt Ulmer on the production side. St. James by 1 with 1:53 to go. The Saints will have the basketball. Final game of the 2025 Boardwalk Basketball Classic. They lob it into the backcourt to Jaden Yates. Jaden Yates still holding it. Gets it over to Kion Hall. Hall against Wareham. Taffy stripped from behind, but a foul. Third foul on Bonner. 1:32 to go. Jaden Yates in the corner. Comes up top. Hall on the right. Gerdak. Yates again in the corner. Yates to the basket. Oh! Did not get it to go, but he was fouled. Yeah, that's a great heady play by Yates, Billy, because he saw the help defender in the paint turn his head.
Yep.
And then he went right hard to the basket. Fernandez fouled him from behind, and nearly a three-point opportunity. Oh, and he misses the first. So 1:45 to go.
Definitely a good basketball IQ play right there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Second free throw is also no good. The rebound goes off of St. James and out of bounds. Gavin Ridgway to replace Cole Cedarland. Bonner to bring it up. 1:10 to go. Tigers trailing by 1. Bonner takes it right. Still holding the dribble. Spins again to his right. Goes to Gavin Ridgway. Bounces to Bonner. Stolen away. Now we have a foul on Bonner. And, oh, no. Actually, the foul is on Taffy. So that'll keep the ball to Lower's end. It's the third team foul on St. James. Bonner gets it out to Fernandez. Fernandez holding. Takes it left. Goes to Bonner. 43 seconds to go. Here's Wareham. Wareham trying to turn the corner. Got it to Bonner. 33 seconds to go. Bonner puts the ball on the floor. Left side to Mallon.
When did it get to the point where Cape May call a timeout and reset everything if they don't get a shot off here soon?
Mallon back to Bonner. 20 seconds left. Bonner.
They're going to call it here soon if they don't get something.
Left side to Mallon. They're going to run the flare screen play to Bonner. Bonner driving right. Bonner falls and loses the basketball, and Lower Cape May's got a foul, and they finally do with 4 seconds to go. And Gerdak will go to the line for 2 shots.
How many timeouts is I just wonder if they were going to call that timeout. It seemed like they weren't getting anything going there, unless it was something individually. And unfortunately,
I'm actually shocked here, Billy, that St. James is not putting players on the free throw lane spaces. They have a foul to give.
Yeah.
You know, submissive a second free throw, you would want to go after that aggressively. Gerdak makes the first. If he makes this, Lower will need a 3 to tie. It is good. Timeout, Lower Cape May.
This broadcast is brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance Service.
Timeout.
Ulmer's Appliance Service is a family-owned and operated business serving Cape May County since 1974. It doesn't matter the age of your appliance or if it's electric or gas, they repair them all. If it's broken, they'll fix it. For service, call 609-399-4398. Ulmer's Appliance Service, ready to aid your appliance needs.
All right, so 4 seconds to go And one thing to keep in mind here, St. James does have a foul to give. So, they may take it right off the inbound here. Lower does have one more timeout. St. James is out. So, the 2025 Boardwalk Basketball Classic, Billy, is going to come down to one play with 4 seconds left.
Now they call the time they're going to advance it, right?
No, you can't advance it.
You can't advance it, nope.
Yeah. One of the words, we'll keep it right here for this one. As Lower goes to the bench, they'll try to draw up a play. It's one of the worst rules in basketball, Billy, at those higher levels, that you can advance the ball on a timeout.
Yeah, you mean at the NBA?
It's you're granted real estate that you didn't earn. That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
They do it in women's college basketball. They do it in the NBA.
Why do you think
There's
they
talk
do that?
about it. There's talk about it happening at the high school level, but it has not gone through
I
yet.
think they should put the shot clock in the high school.
Well, I think
that.
from what I understand, apparently some kind of a proposal is going to be sent to the schools in the spring to vote on a shot clock coming into high school basketball in New Jersey. Most states around the country have one. Jersey's one of the last holdouts. Eventually, it's going to happen.
Right.
It won't be next year, probably not the year after that, but it's going to come, I would say, within the next 5 to 7 years.
Why do you think that Jersey is holding out?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with cost.
Okay.
You have to – schools are going to have to install a 30-second shot clock. They're going to have to pay someone to operate it every game. Anyway, that's a topic for another day. 4 seconds to go. Lower trailing by 3. They're going to try to throw it long to Bonner. They call timeout. That's a good job by
Really
Lower
good
Cape May.
job.
They only lose 9/10 of a second. And now the new rules, even though Bonner caught it right inside half court, the new rules, this is where the ball does advance. They got the ball in the front court, and now this inbound will go to the 28-foot mark with 3.1 to go. Now, again, remember, St. James still has a foul to give.
Yeah.
So
interesting how things are, you guys are out there watching, listening. It's interesting how there's so much stuff going on from a strategic standpoint on both benches right now. And like you said, they're looking at the foul to give. So probably when the ball comes in right away, you'll see St. James at least attempt to get a foul.
It's tricky because, I would imagine the lower staff is telling their kids, anticipate, a potential that they're going to come foul. So, if you can really be smart enough about it, catch, turn, and shoot. Maybe you get a shooting foul on that.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing: if you're St. James, you don't mind them maybe catching the ball and fouling inside the 3-point line because they still need a 3 to tie this game.
Well, if you're St. James, I don't even think you put people inside the 3-point line defensively.
Yeah. Yep.
Taffy will stand right on the sideline here to try to bother Mallon's inbound pass. They get it into Bonner. Bonner will shoot the 3. It's going to be way short, and the buzzer sounds. Might have been partially blocked.
Yep.
So St. James wins it 47-44. Ended up being a really good basketball game.
And they got the ball in. They got their look, too.
Yes, they did.
Nice defense by St. James.
Xavier Gerdak led them with 20. Jaden Yates had 13 for Lower Cape May. Ty Bonner had 13 to lead the Tigers. Cole Cedarland with 9 points. And so that'll do it from the Boardwalk Basketball Classic for 2025. It was a great week here at the Convention Center, as always. 70 games, raising money for graduating seniors at Wildwood High and Wildwood Catholic, and little scholarships also go to the local Cape May County schools as well. So for Matt Ulmer and for Billy Osborne, I'm Brian Kniff. Once again, St. James from Maryland finishes off the Boardwalk Basketball Classic for 2025 with a 47-44 win over Lower Cape May. Thanks for joining us.